What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
Here I am, finally with my somewhat condensed thoughts with regard to the Lakers Timberwolves series, but probably more specifically the results of Game 4. So while I haven't been really putting out videos, because I've been pretty busy, I have been posting comments through the community section via posts. So I just want to give a big shout out to Sergio, Tim Flint, Timothy, Kenny, Lil CJ, Pablo Sonic, Sugar Nads, PK Tattoos, Aram, Forsaken, Big KW, Anthony Zarate, Lotus Life, Cygnus 62, Carolyn Claire, Young Blazin, Dave Rage, Lomno 12 for, getting into those posts and giving your opinions and sharing your thoughts. Haven't responded to all of them, but I have read through everything. So appreciate you guys. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and opinions. All you guys were spot on in your analysis and your opinions. Liked everything I read from you guys. No cap. No cap. So let's start with JJ Redick. As you all know by now, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Redick and his decision not to make any substitutions in the second half of that game, playing the starters more or less the entire time. Playing them the entire time. Let's be honest. Playing them the entire second half. Now, I've heard people supporting JJ Redick saying that he didn't have a choice. Who was he going to sub in? Just because the Lakers lack a quality center does not mean there were no other options to keep some players a little bit fresher, give them a blow, but also find ways to get other guys involved and contributing. There were other options. Everything's not going to fall on Jackson Hayes. What I think JJ Redick did here more than anything is that he basically told the rest of that team that was not on the floor, he told that entire bench, I don't trust any of you guys. Not even for a minute, not even for 30 seconds. And I think that could be potentially detrimental to the team moving forward. Like, damn, JJ, you didn't even think any of those guys were good for 15 seconds to get one of these guys some rest, and you thought it was all going to fall apart in 15 to 30 seconds or a minute, whatever? I'm sure that's what those guys on the bench is thinking. Damn, we can't hold it down for a minute, JJ? That is honestly my largest gripe with his decision, was alienating everybody else on that bench, because it didn't have to be like that, in my opinion. Dalton, Vanderbilt, Goodwin, Gabe were all viable options, even in short spurts. Also, what is the point of having LeBron and Luka, who offensively have a redundant skill set, and you decide not to stagger their minutes? Can you please explain that to me, JJ Redick? To me, it seems very simple. You're playing them together almost the entire game, and when one is monopolizing the ball, the other one is just standing at the three-point line doing nothing, just watching the other ISO. That is all they're doing. Only one person can have the ball. So if the other guy isn't setting more screens, running more pick and roll actions that actually lead to something, more cuts, why the hell is he on the floor with the other guys so much? Stagger their minutes, substitute LeBron for Luka. That way, each of them can get some rest and you can still have your primary playmaker and scorer on the floor. And this will also help unlock Austin Reeves earlier. The Lakers are fortunate AR turned up in the second half because he was a non-factor early on. He was lost in the sauce. And when LeBron is in for Luka, it's probably a good time to use someone who can offer more defensively than Luka, which is damn near anyone on the team. Other players could have contributed. I refuse to buy into that notion that he didn't have any options on that bench. I'm sorry. This stirs right into that LeBron James doesn't have enough help cesspool. Especially, we know that always gets thrown around when the Lakers start losing, when many people think they should be winning. This is what Bron Goblins want you to think. He has no help. There were no other options. So that win or lose, he has an excuse. People have been braggadocious about the Lakers' depth all season long, especially after they got Luka without having to give up Austin Reeves or Rui, or even more draft picks for that matter. But that has nothing to do with this. Even without a viable quality center, everyone agreed that the Lakers had size in all their other positions that could compensate most nights with effort. You can't sit here and tell me that the depth doesn't exist. The other players don't exist. Redick had no more options just because the coach decides not to utilize them or even give them a chance. He made his decision. It's just as crazy as when I heard Shaq say a few days ago, looking at the box score, oh, the Lakers bench only had X amount of points. They didn't show up to play. Shaq, they never got in the game. What do you want them to do? Oh, no, it doesn't matter. They didn't show up to play. Only what? 5 points, 7 points, what? I don't remember what the points were. Only 5 points? You got to do better than that. It's all about the others. The others didn't show up to play. Shaq, he never put them in the game. How can they show up if he doesn't give them a chance? I don't understand why Shaq can't understand this. I swear this guy's an idiot. JJ wanted to go with the starters and push them to ensure the best players were on the floor at all times. And it didn't work out. It almost did, but it didn't. The Lakers absolutely need a center. Yes, they do. To be able to give them the best chance possible any given night against any given team, regardless the matchup. But the decision was made. They didn't want that young man from the Detroit Pistons, and they rescinded and backed out of that trade and decided to keep Dalton Knecht, who's not even getting minutes now, where he was before. That is management's fault. You remember when the trade happened, the Lakers, they all got together, giving their best effort on defense, hyped off that energy that they just got Luka. They kept LeBron and AR, still got Rui, all that. They gave their best defensive effort with no center. And I said, right here on this channel, y'all remember, I ain't making this up. I said it does look nice now, yeah. But I don't think this is sustainable. I don't, but I will reserve judgment. Let's see how the rest of the season plays out. What we saw here on the largest stage, the NBA playoffs, everything's on a microscope. We saw JJ Redick look like a first-term rookie head coach that he is. He folded, in my opinion. He's getting out coached. Now, to be fair, with that being said, the Lakers could have still won this game. And the mistakes that were made that cost them the game, I don't think had to do so much with fatigue. A LeBron James turnover, a LeBron James foul, a LeBron James ill-advised three-point shot, Luka being hunted on defense. Austin Reeves ain't that much better than Luka on defense either. But largely, those three LeBron mistakes really cost them the game, if we're going to be honest. Had the Lakers won, I don't think there would be as much discussion about JJ Redick's decision on minutes. They would have praised him for the unconventional decision as long as it came with a W to prevent a 3-1 deficit and give the Lakers more juice, more life. But when you make decisions like that, you got to take the fall for when it doesn't go your way. And at a JJ Redick post-game press conference, he lacked accountability. All I heard him do was deflect a question directed at LeBron James for his mistakes so that he could protect LeBron James and not scrutinize him. And he followed that up with making an excuse for the loss, questioning the referees.
What was your vantage point on the inbound that was a turnover?
Well, let's just start with Luka got tripped. I mean, that was a blatant trip. He doesn't just fall on his own. We watched it. You know, he gets tripped. So we should have been at the free throw line. You know, that's not an excuse for why we lost, but we got fouled, and you know we had a chance to go up.
That's all, folks. JJ, don't talk to me about questionable officiating when LeBron James went to the free throw line for 18 attempts. Don't talk to me about questionable officiating when they originally called that Wolves final play out of bounds on Ant Edwards when LeBron James fouled him. And luckily, the Timberwolves had a challenge and they were forced to call the play correctly. Don't talk to me about questionable officiating. And for everybody saying that the referees cheated because you guys are mad that they found a camera angle that clearly showed it was a foul, you're not a Lakers fan. You're not. You're not even a fan of basketball. And everyone's saying that LeBron hit his hand and hand is part of the ball. Could I please interest you in taking a human anatomy course? Hand is a hand. Wrist is a wrist. LeBron hit his wrist. Clearly. Now I hear people saying, well, the wrist is connected to the hand. Are you remedial? My neck is connected to my head, but they are not the same. My knee is connected to my leg, but they are not the same. What are we talking about? And to be fair, I have never, ever been a fan of the hand as part of the ball. I wish they would take that out. I'm not a fan of that, but whatever. Now, I picked the Lakers to win this series. And that has less to do with my analysis on the Lakers. The fault in my analysis was underestimating the Minnesota Timberwolves and what they were bringing to the table. That's where my faulty analysis was. I wasn't giving Ant-Man enough credit. And y'all know I took stock out of Ant Edwards last season because of some immaturity issues that I found him to have. But his intensity, his no back down mentality, his mentality of I don't care what your name is or what you did before now, you have to deal with me, you have to deal with us, is bleeding through the rest of the team. Kobe Bryant always said, the most important thing in making your teammates better isn't about getting an assist. It's about how do I instill my DNA into these other guys. Kobe always said that. He's done that. And I didn't put enough respect on Jaden McDaniels and Naz Reid as well. I'm going to be honest. But more than anything, I didn't put enough respect on Julius Randle. And I even said in a video not too long ago that I'm not a big Julius Randle guy. I watched him play on the Lakers, of course. Watched him play on the Pelicans and New York Knicks. I didn't expect him to come out here and shoot the ball as well as he has been doing and playing defense as well as he has been doing. I did not expect to see that from Julius Randle. Every time Randle takes a three, I don't expect it to go in. But he has been sinking them all series long. In big moments, critical moments. Randle obviously isn't as good as Anthony Edwards, but he has that same dog mentality, so they are perfect for each other. Whereas Karl-Anthony Towns wasn't like that. Knowing Julius Randle's intensity and probably his wantingness for revenge against his prior team, I thought that that was going to take him out the game and be detrimental to the team. But he has embodied it and has made it productive instead of counterproductive, and I did not expect that. I truly did. I am very, very, very impressed with Julius Randle, more than anyone on the Timberwolves. When I realized that they were picking up LeBron and Luka the full length of the court for damn near the entire game, that's when I realized they are not going to let up on the Lakers. And the Lakers are going to have to minimize their mistakes because there will be little room for error. Bron and Luka are more or less getting their numbers, but they are working twice as hard for them, and it is disrupting the offense in doing so. That was a great decision by Coach Finch, no question about that. JJ's getting out coached. Lastly, before I forget, all you LeBron people out there, blaming Luka solely for the Lakers' misfortunes, you can all go jump off a bridge into a pool of piranhas. Yes, Luka Doncic does not play D. He's not interested in playing D. We all knew that for his entire career. It is a knock on his game, absolutely. But tell me something new. Why are you all acting surprised about Luka Doncic getting hunted? You should have built that into your analysis. The Dallas Mavericks had a defensive team built around Luka to help balance that scale. The Lakers don't have that. LeBron plays it in spurts, and most nights, he's almost just as bad as Luka Doncic. So y'all need to stop that. The only difference is LeBron might get one block or one steal that's very loud, and then people act like he's playing defense the entire game at that level. That's not the case. Stop it. Also, Bron Goblins, Bron Sexuals. You guys are also saying it's all Luka's fault because he's playing too much damn ISO ball. Excuse me. Does LeBron not play ISO ball either? In terms of general style of play, as far as being ball monopolizers that will hold the ball until they find a basket for themselves or find the direct assist for their stat padding, they are exactly the same. I'm sorry. I'm a Laker fan. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Oh yeah, one more thing. For all you Bron Goblins out there, where all I ever hear you say is LeBron James can play all positions and can guard all positions 1 through 5. LeBron James guard centers, guard centers, guard centers. Where is he now? We all agree the Lakers have a center deficiency. You keep telling me that he can play the 5. You keep telling me that he can play against centers. Why not play LeBron James at center? Explain it to me, please. Please, I'm waiting. You keep telling me he can play centers. All 5 positions. Even LeBron said that's one of the reasons that makes him the GOAT. Nobody could guard all positions like he could. Where is he at? We shouldn't have a center deficiency. We got LeBron James. It shouldn't be an issue. He can guard the 5. Explain it to me, Bron Goblins. Why isn't LeBron anchoring the fort at the center position? I need answers, and I need answers now. Get out of here. You Bron Goblins are nothing short of pathetic. Stop masquerading yourselves around here as Laker fans. You are not. I would have less issue with LeBron on my Lakers if it wasn't for you all. An insufferable fan base, cult-like behavior. Not all LeBron fans, just the Bron Goblins. You know who you are. There is blame to go around the board as far as the Lakers' woes right now. I mean that from a Lakers perspective and blaming the Minnesota Timberwolves. If the Lakers didn't know, I'm sure they've found out by now that the Timberwolves weren't just happy going up 2-1. They are coming to rip their heart out, and they are not going to lay down or get lackadaisical for any reason. The Timberwolves are coming to finish the job. They want to deliver the finishing blow. Anyway, folks, that's all I got to say about it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. And again, I appreciate all of you, each and every one of you, for your contributions to the channel and in all facets. Thank you. I'm going to be taking a trip for a couple days, so I won't be posting any videos regarding the upcoming basketball games, but I'll definitely keep posting my thoughts and looking forward to chopping it up with you guys, man. I salute you all, man. We out, baby.